I never thought the woman I loved the most would stab me in the back with my own blood. It all started when my nephew Kevin moved in with us after losing his parents in a car crash. He was just 19 and looked up to me like a second father. My wife Sarah agreed to let him stay and even said it would be good for the house to have some young energy around. At first, everything felt normal. Kevin helped out with chores. Sarah made sure he was eating well, and we all laughed during dinner. But slowly things started feeling different. I couldn't place it exactly, but the vibe in the house changed. Sarah became more secretive. She started locking her phone, which she never did before. She began dressing up, even when we were just staying home. I told myself I was overthinking, but something deep in my gut kept saying otherwise. One night I came home early from work. The house was too quiet. I walked in expecting to see Sarah cooking or Kevin watching TV, but neither were in sight. I heard faint whispers coming from upstairs. I moved slowly up the steps with my heart pounding. As I opened the bedroom door, I froze. Sarah and Kevin were in bed together. They both jumped like they had seen a ghost. Kevin scrambled for his clothes while Sarah just sat there speechless. I couldn't speak either. My entire world just shattered. I stormed out of the room and drove away. I parked near the beach and stared at the ocean for hours. I couldn't believe what I had seen. The woman I married, the one I trusted with my life, chose to cheat on me with my own nephew. The next morning, I came back home with my mind made up. I didn't say a word to either of them. I packed Sarah's things and told her to leave. She tried to cry and apologize, but her tears meant nothing to me now. Kevin couldn't even look me in the eyes. Sarah moved out that day. I called Kevin's social worker and made arrangements for him to stay somewhere else. I couldn't stand to see either of them in my house anymore. It hurt more than anything I've ever experienced, but I knew I had to cut them both off completely. The worst part wasn't even the betrayal. It was the fact that I trusted them both so much. I treated Kevin like a son, and I loved Sarah with everything I had, and in return they broke me. Weeks went by and I started going to therapy. I needed help to process all the emotions I was carrying. I felt anger, heartbreak, betrayal, and deep sadness all at once. But slowly I began to heal. People always say, time heals all wounds. I don't think that's true. Time just helps you learn how to live with the pain. Now I live alone, but I'm at peace. I've cut off all contact with Sarah and Kevin, and I've focused on rebuilding my life, piece by piece. I still believe in love. But now I know it should never come at the cost of your self-respect. If you're still watching this, remember one thing: never ignore your gut feeling. It always knows when something is wrong. Subscribe for more stories like this one that uncover the dark truths people try to hide.